So I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. It's Wednesday morning. The Sixers game was Tuesday night, but we got beat so bad that I turned it off in the third quarter and I went to sleep. And I got up this morning ready to talk about it because I knew that what I was going to give you last night was going to be a product of anger. And I was going to come on here and be like, Nick Nurse is the worst. And, I needed time to sleep on it. So now I'm here to talk to you guys about the Sixers Magic game from last night and give you a little bit more of a level head. So let's get right into it. So yeah, I just watched the Sixers lose by 41 points. I think it was 106-67 in the third quarter when I turned it off. The starters were still in the game. But I'd be lying if I said this wasn't frustrating after we just had a pretty close game with the Heat the other day that I got to be at. I was supposed to be at this game as well. I chose not to go, and I'm really, really glad because this would have been miserable to be in the building for. But they dropped 81 points on us in the first half. Anthony Black in particular had a career day. I think he had like 27 points in that first half on us, which was pretty frustrating to say the least. I mean, why are we letting him do this to us, especially when we managed to get Jalen Suggs out of the game, which I'm going to talk about more in a bit, to turn around and let somebody else do what Jalen Suggs would have been doing to us is a little frustrating. Tyus Jones, too, he's been one of the worst guards in the league to start this season. He had like 9 points in the first quarter, it felt like. He got off to a really, really fast start shooting. And I'm not mad at giving up random, guard points to random guards, but he's washed and he's been like genuinely terrible to start this year. So, and I was watching with my dad and I turned to him and I was like, I don't know why this guy still gets minutes. He's been one of the worst guards in the league. And then he goes on to score 9 straight points basically and have a couple assists as well. And I was like, sitting there looking very stupid. Franz Wagner was pretty quiet in the first half, like when they made their lead and pulled away, but it didn't really matter at all because the team was just clicking on pretty much every cylinder. Jet Howard even got in there and got a couple good points. I mean, everybody was clicking. Jace Richardson was getting second half minutes. That's how much they were up by. So it was a blowout through and through. But on the Sixers side of things, as much as I would like to say they're not, the injuries are becoming an issue because not only were we already missing VJ Edgecombe and Adem Bona and Embiid and Oubre. Paul George was out tonight as well. And we lost Watford and we lost Justin Edwards tonight. They all got hurt. So that's 7 guys hurt. 8 guys playable and one of them's Kyle Lowry. So 7 guys playable. One of them's Hunter Salas. 6 guys playable. The other one's Eric Gordon. Questionably playable. Eric Gordon actually got a few minutes tonight in the first half when we were still in a close game, and he came out on the floor, and the first thing Noah Eagle, the commentator, said was, I bet you Jamal Mosley wasn't planning on seeing Eric Gordon tonight. I bet you he didn't scheme for him. And Jamal Crawford was like, I'll do more than bet you. Like, I'll guarantee it. Because he didn't. Why is he playing? I got to watch him come out on the court and stand in the corner and basically not move for like 8 minutes and then hit one layup and the crowd went crazy and then we took him out of the game. Like that's the Eric Gordon experience. He's a good shooter still at this point in his career, but if you can shoot and you can't move off ball in the modern NBA, you're not really going to get open looks, in which case being a good shooter is useless. So yeah, there's a lot of things to be frustrated about. There was one really fun part of this game, and that came with like 30 seconds left in the first half when Andre Drummond purposely baited Wendell Carter and Jalen Suggs into getting in a fight with him, and he managed to get Jalen Suggs ejected from the game. And then, he was all smiles and he was clapping. It was hilarious. I mean, he was tugging on the back of Wendell Carter's jersey, and he got him to turn and be like, yo, what's going on? And then immediately Jalen Suggs felt like he had to come in and be a part of it, which of course he did. Dude is such a hothead, even though, he wasn't part of the fight at all. And Andre Drummond did his little Russell Westbrook fake square up, and it was hilarious. I mean, if that's not a meme, I don't know what is. It was so funny. But even that was kind of hard to celebrate and to enjoy when we got Jalen Suggs out of the game and he already had 11 assists in the first half. He was having a career passing day. So it's like, at what point are the little wins not really wins anymore in a game like this? I mean, the other fun thing about today was Andre Drummond hitting 3-pointers, which I know he's been doing this season, but they mentioned on the broadcast tonight that he in his entire career had made 16 3-pointers until this season, and then this season has made 9 already. So he's gonna probably double that figure in this season, if not more. Especially now, he's taken multiple a game. He's making at least one in most games, and he's shooting them well from the corner. And it's crazy to see that a guy like him this late in his career could adapt his game to this level. It's awesome. It's really fun, and I hope we do continue to see that from him because he's been such a positive addition to the team. Jared McCain too. I feel like I say this every game, but he hit a couple nice jumpers. Love to see him rounding back into form. He's just a really fun presence out there. He's always smiling. He's always so happy, and I think that the more of his energy we have on the floor, especially when he's playing well, the better. Not a ton to say about this game. It was depressing, but I am going to talk a little bit about some trade rumors in our next episode. I want to talk about where LaMelo Ball could get sent. Although, of course, he debunked those rumors, it's interesting to think about who could want him. So I have some ideas, but I'll save that for next time. Until next time, this was Bell Point Sports. Goodbye.